Parliament even say that we don't know what informs the minister to say disband the team, because the team's work speaks for itself. Is there? I mean, on frequent basis, the previous ministers were briefing the nation about what the team is doing. This new current administration has not done that. Now suddenly we see the letter that says the team is disbanded. We don't know the reason. Fortunately for the investigation happening in Gauteng under the leadership of the project manager, which is General Mkhwanazi, and evidence is retrieved from one of the criminal syndicates, which makes it clear that there's a communication between the minister and these people. The very same minister goes on record on a teleconversation he's having with someone else, where he says, I know this is my comrade. Whereas he has said in Parliament he does not know the person. We see on the records communication of this General Mkhwanazi together with an accused. The communication that involves police things, amongst them, is to deal with Mkhwanazi and Khumalo. Amongst them is to expeditiously applying disciplinary regulations of the South African police deal with Mkhwanazi. That's why there's a call in public from a person that I will not necessarily mention his name, that the National Commission must bypass the disciplinary regulations of the service, must simply suspend these people because they are arrested. Why is that call? It's a call that is putting more pressure to make sure that the crime intelligence is handing over to the criminal syndicates. That's what it's about. So the people make calls and they disregard that which is a rule in the organization. You commit a misconduct, produce a report as an arresting authority to the executive authority or to the leader of that institution and say, this person was arrested for A to Z. And what comes after next is an internal investigation that must happen to establish whether do we keep this person in that environment or not. If we keep this person, will it not interfere with the investigation or not? But those powers are taken away from the National Commission who's supposed to do that by the court, by magistrate, who says you must not go there. So automatically it means the court have now taken the role of the National Commission dealing with the disciplinary matter by suspending people. The National Commission is confused. Now, what does this court mean? That's why to date the National Commission has not appointed anyone. So which means a whole week has gone by, this country is suffering, there's no head of crime intelligence. Because court decided, not the court, maybe let me rephrase, one presiding officer decided that these people cannot go and work there. So that almost suspended the entire disciplinary regulations of the police, which is a concern. Not to say people did not commit misconduct. They would have been arrested if they committed misconduct. But allow the internal process to happen. But they are not doing that. They are on the media attacking. Another question.
Now, obviously, with all this work that you have been doing, arresting criminals and trying to dismantle this drug cartel or criminal syndicates, do you believe that all these investigations against you, they were purposefully targeting you so that you can be removed or eliminated from these investigations? And do you believe that your safety is in jeopardy after this revelation?
Yeah, well, the safety of South Africans is in jeopardy. At least Mkhwanazi still has a firearm. He still has a men and women that he works with. He can still somehow protect himself. There are men and women out there that are vulnerable. They've got no one to protect. So we can't be worried about our own safety. We must worry about the safety of the citizens. So ours is to go out there and lay our life to protect them. That is my only concern right now. Not about my safety. You know, everyone shall die. The time will come. If it comes, it comes. But if an enemy comes to you, attack the enemy. Don't allow the enemy to take advantage. You can't just lie with your arms in your hands like that. You have to fight. So that's what we are doing now in KZN, and we shall fight. And this fight is very big. So it needs people who are committed. People who are not worried. No, they're going to chase you. They're going to arrest you. Get out of that prison and fight. They're going to suspend. They're going to dismiss you. They can get you out of the police. When you're out of the police, join men and women in the private sector that are dedicated in dealing with this criminality and fight from outside. That's why we're calling on them to also join us to fight. That is not going to stop. So I'm not worried about my safety in as far as these investigations are concerned. I said I must ask one question at a time. What is the other one that was prefacing? Thank you so much, because you forgot as well.